Hi, today's date is August 27th, 2019. For today's video source inspection, we have a fully refurbished 270S model spin rinser dryer. I'm not going to share my customer's name with you because we like to keep their identity confidential. I'll share their PO number and their general location so they can identify this SRD as theirs on our SciTech YouTube channel. PO number is 451-379-9055, and the customer is located in Texas. Before we begin, I will go ahead and open the door here. We have nitrogen purging into the bowl. Customer did not provide their rotor, but we have a 5-inch cassette with 25 wafers, full boat. What we're going to do today is film a recipe, our customer's recipe, and we will show the full function of this spin rinser dryer. The recipe we're going to run is a 60-second rinse at 500 RPMs, followed by a 10-second purge at 1800 RPMs, into a dry 1 for 90 seconds, also at 1800 RPMs, followed by a 60-second dry 2, slowed down at 500 RPMs. So it's a little quicker recipe than normal. I'm going to discuss our refurbishment process as well as our semi-tool spare parts and service support. And if we have time, I'll name off some equipment we also provide at SciTech. Let's go ahead and begin. Okay, we are in our rinse. Something that we did on this head assembly that we don't normally do on refurbs is we converted it to use a 102 controller instead of 101s. Our customer has a mixture of both, and they had more backup 101 head assemblies than 102s, so we were happy to rewire for them at no additional charge. As you can see, we're in our rinse. Once we hit the purge, that is when we're going to start seeing the water swirl in a circular motion, and from then on, we'll see less and less water droplets until the end of the recipe. Every rinser dryer that comes to SciTech goes through the same extensive refurbishment process. First, we take the head assembly and break it down to the component level. From here, we chemically clean and electropolish all metal parts, as well as inspect all parts for function. So we're running nice and smooth, about 5 seconds before we speed it up for our purge. Once all the parts are prepped, that's when we build up the head assembly from the ground up and place it into our dry quality control once complete. In our dry quality control checkpoint, we test the SRD for full function without facilities installed. We've ramped up. We're still very nice and smooth. You see the water starting to swirl, and there's far less than in our rinse. I'm feeling the heater cartridge starting to heat up, and the blanket is too. So far, a very successful process run. Once the tool passes our dry quality control checkpoint, it moves into our wet quality control, also known as wet test. In wet test, we'll test the rinser dryer, or SRD, for full function with the facilities installed. And lastly, once the tool passes wet test, we place it in the final configuration, which you see before you today. Some customers will send in a full double stack, others will send in a 470 model, which is on a roll-around poly cart. This customer just sends us the bare head assembly. In final tests, we will put on poly if we have it, and we will do over 50 various process runs with varying RPMs so our customer can be sure that the tool is ready for plug-and-play installation in their fab. We also film this video source inspection for customer acceptance. Okay, checking the time. We have just under 20 seconds left before we slow it down to our dry 2 at 500 RPMs. I'll go ahead and discuss our spare parts and service support. SciTech is able to provide 100% of the spare parts and repair services necessary to upkeep any semi-tool SRD. Parts that we supply include windows, door seals, start and stop switches, door switches, solenoid valves, rotor stop positioners, tack sensors, N2 filters, heater cartridges, heater blankets, ACR valves, motors, LC4s, controllers, and any part you could think of for the rinser dryer. Larger components that we repair include the LC4s, LC5s, which are the amps, the controllers, which include 228, 328, 101, and 102. We can rebuild motors, whether they are brush type or brushless, and we can also rebalance rotors. As you can see, we are the worldwide leader in semi-tool spare parts and service support. If you need any spare parts or service or a full system refurbishment, you can give us a call at 916-797-9000. Feel free to email us direct. Our email address is sales@sitechprocess.com, or you can visit our website, www.sitechprocess.com, and send us a formal RFQ through there. Okay, we're slowing down, but it is still not safe to open the door yet. Once the rotor stop positioner fires the rotor back in the 12 o'clock position and the door seal deflates air, it will be safe to open the door without causing any damage. Okay, RSP fired, waiting for the air to release. There it is. We have warm nitrogen purging into the bowl. Residual droplets of water in the bowl. This is good. You do not want to dry until your bowl is bone dry, because that can attract particle once you pull the cassette and wafers out of the rinser dryer. Speaking of our wafers and cassette, 100% dry. This was a successful process run of our customer's 270S model. I didn't get to go over our equipment, so I'll go ahead and just let you know. We do sell these in remanufactured condition. We can also provide box washers, mask cleaners, metrology tools, as well as profilometers, ellipsometers, resistivity, and more. And we can provide a variety of other equipment such as YES ovens, microscopes, and more. To see our entire catalog, visit our website, www.sitechprocess.com. If you need anything or you're not sure what you need, we do have plenty of sales experts responsible for different parts of the United States and the world for that matter. Give us a call at 916-797-9000. We thank you for watching today's video source inspection. We'll see you next time.